Good evening, and welcome to the Word of the Week video for reconciling and recovering after infidelity. I am Love Coach Dasha. If you do not know me, I am here to lead you down the healing path after infidelity. If you're a woman who has been through the pain and the trauma of infidelity, but you want to stay, you're not interested in leaving your relationship, you want things to work out, and you want them to be better, I'm the woman you need to talk to. I am going to help you along the healing path in order to get to a place where you can feel happy and trusting and open and loving again. So, the word of the week for today. Last week's word was the decision. You had to make the decision that this is what you want for your life. Now, with that decision comes the word of the week for the day. We are going to recognize what comes with that decision. And what comes with that decision is fear. Fear is going to come with that decision. Fear speech is what I call it. It is all of the negative things that you hear inside your brain and from people on the outside when you've made the decision to stay in your relationship after infidelity. You will go to someone and tell them what your situation is, even though you're feeling embarrassed and you're feeling down, and they will tell you, oh, you should just leave. You're stupid for doing this. You're a doormat. You're teaching him how to treat you. You're teaching him to treat you badly. And that is fear speech. That is them speaking to you from their own fears about that type of situation. They've either been through it before or they are afraid of it happening to them. And so they respond to you the way that they would respond and beat themselves up if it were them in the situation. Your brain is also going to do that too. Your brain is going to keep on telling you negative things to have you isolate and be away from other people when you've been hurt in this way. When you are dealing with this type of trauma, your brain is automatically kicking in and telling you whatever negative message it can possibly tell you in order to make you step back and not be close to this person anymore, to give up on your ideas of the relationship working out and of being together, and to isolate yourself away from them so that you don't get hurt again. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. All of the fear in the world is never going to stop you from being hurt in this world. You are a human being. They are a human being. It is inevitable that you are going to hurt one another. Bob Marley said, everybody in the world is going to hurt you. You just have to find the one that's worth the pain. You have to find the one that is worth hurting over. And if you have that person, you shouldn't be ashamed of that. You shouldn't be embarrassed about that. You shouldn't make yourself feel bad, kick yourself for the fact that you have found your person. You have found the person that you love and you cherish and you are willing to do unconditional love with, because that's what this is. You are expanding into trying unconditional love when people will tell you that that is a very difficult thing to do. So you found your person. There's nothing to be ashamed of about that. You should be proud of yourself. You should be happy that you have found that person that completes you, that makes you feel like even the pain is worthwhile. Everybody's looking for that. Everybody will tell you that they're looking for somebody who will never ever hurt them. What they're really looking for is a person who is worth the pain. That's what they're looking for. So as you're going forward with this, you have to recognize when you're hearing that fear speech from outside or from inside your own brain. When you are feeling, usually it will be a feeling inside your body. You will feel tightness in your chest. You will feel your stomach being upset. You'll feel tightness in your head. Something like that will tip you off that the thoughts that you're having are very negative in origin. So what we have to do is challenge those thoughts. Do not let those thoughts stand. Whatever the thought is, a lot of the time the first thought is, this means he doesn't love me. Tell that thought to kiss off, okay? Tell that thought, no, that is not true. People do the wrong thing all the time. This is a person that loves me. This is a person that cares about me. I know that they love me and care about me, and I love and care about them, and they're going to try their very best not to do this again to me. They're trying not to hurt me, and they're not just doing this because they don't love me. They do care about me. This is something going on with them, not with me. So it's vitally important. You have to challenge those thoughts. So first thing, examining where that thought is coming from, where that tension is coming from inside your body so that you'll recognize it for the next time. The second thing is fighting against those thoughts. All right. And the third thing is falling back on your own decision. You made a conscious decision based upon who you want to be with and what you want your life to look like. Do not let fear run you away from the decision that you've made. This was obviously an incredibly special person to you. You believe in this person, you believe in your relationship. When you have that on board and you fall back on that when the fear speech comes, you can always fight against it. You can always fight against those negative thoughts that come up because you are dealing with what you really, really wanted. Even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, even though it's scary to actually carry through with it, you are doing what you want. Always remember that. Try not to let your decision be based on anything other than the fact that this is what you want. This life with this person is what you want. I experienced plenty of the fear speech, plenty of it myself. And I spent lots of time just practicing doing affirmations, talking good things about myself, because your brain will tell you negative things about you too, not just about your mate, not just about the situation. It will tell you that you're bad and you're terrible and you're unlovable and all of the negative stuff that you already had going on in your brain. It will amp that up to 10 and scream it at you. You have to recognize that is fears and your own insecurities and fight back against it. You have to recognize what it is when it happens. So be on the lookout this week for the fear speech. Check it out. If you have people in your life who you have talked to about the infidelity and all they have to say is negative things, that's fear speech. They are probably someone who has gone through the exact same thing and they are trying to scare you because they think that protects you just like they think that it protects them. So try to recognize it when you hear it from now on. When somebody is telling you negative things about being in your relationship after infidelity, try and recognize it as a fear speech. And then when you are telling yourself negative things after the infidelity, you find yourself repeating the same thought over and over again. You find yourself wondering the same questions, wanting to know the same details over and over again. That's just fear speech. It is locking onto the thing that makes you the most afraid, and it is repeating it insistently so that you will back off. But you do not have to do that. You do not have to do that. That's what I want you to know. Working with me, looking at my videos, you do not have to back off of what you want just because of fear. Often, what you really want, the thing that will make you feel great, is on the other side of the fear. So you're going to need to push through it. You're going to need to recognize it and then overcome it. Recognize it and then push through to the other side. Even though it's scary, fear will not kill you. I promise you, it's not going to make you drop dead. It is just going to try and stop you from pushing through. But once you get to the other side, once you have pushed through the fear and you have gotten to a place where you feel more happy, more trusting, like you've gotten a weight off of your shoulders, you will realize how valuable it was to overcome that fear. So, recognize is the word of the week. You need to recognize when the fear is hitting you, and then you'll be able to get to the point where you can push through it. Check your body. Make sure that you're not holding tension in your jaw, in your neck, in your head. Check your whole body. Just scan over and see where there is some tension in your body and focus on relaxing that part and imagine whatever comes up as you are trying to relax that portion of your body that's holding the tension. Pay attention to it. Sit down with your journal, write it down, examine it. Think about if it's an insecurity. Think about if it's a lie. Some of the time your brain will absolutely lie to you. It will tell you something that's absolutely wrong, not true, you have no evidence of, just because of the fear. So that's what I want you to do for this week. I want you to recognize the fear speech comes from inside you and outside you, and then work on pushing through it. Recognize it within yourself and then decide that you're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. All right. All right. That's all I have to say for right now. I'll be back again next week with the word of the week. And we're going to go on to the next step of the dreams formula. So be back with me next week. All right. All right, y'all. This has been Love Coach Dasha for the word of the week, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.